Hi, teammates. It's part of our secret section where we go into things real deep and we uncover the secrets. So, to remember this, Saudi Arabia is a big piece of land and it separates Africa from the rest of the Middle East. And on the coast of it, on the right side, are three countries. Okay, so the first one at the top is Kuwait. Now, that's like Ku-way-T. So that's talking about the library and two keys and the courthouse of Lexington, Kentucky. So Kuwait is there. That tells you what the other two countries are underneath it. By the coding, and you use this from my playlist, the Fox News that I just put in my playlist of Levy, he says, for God's sakes, they attacked Qatar. So he said, for God's sakes, just like forge, odd sakes, or for God, sakes, for God's sakes. That's what Levy said on Fox News. So breaking down that code, what do you think is next? Okay, it's Qatar. And Qatar at the end of Kuwait is EUS. So you know from my studies at SCAT Hong Kong that the next country to go down from Qatar would be the UAE, just like Dubai and Mumbai. Now Mumbai is India, but the man that I met at SCAT Hong Kong, he was Indian, but he was also Middle Eastern. He was mixed. So that tells you that UAE, the United Arab Emirates, is under Qatar. And those are all coastal, really, really nice. Really beautiful, really high-tech, skyscrapers, everything. So then to finish this download, it ends with a larger land on the coast of southern Saudi Arabia, which is Oman. So Oman tells you what's next to it. If you slide over to the left, just slide over to the left, and it's underneath. It's southwest. So, oh man, what's a man? Yemen. Yemen is when you slide over to the southwest of Oman. And that completes the Saudi Arabian coastal countries, okay? And the thing is that Yemen was under heavy fire, artillery fire, and wars during 2014, 2015, especially in 2015. And they've been in the news since 2019 for stirring things up. And they're more like a desert. They're not really that high tech. And then Oman is kind of in between. They're kind of like both, okay? And you don't really hear much from them because they attempt to stay out of some of it, but they get hit too. So all of those separate Africa from the Middle East. So then if you're tracking my breakdowns and you want to know where Syria is, Syria always seems like they're on the east side with the stands, right? Like they're connected to Russia. But the thing is that they're right by Jordan. Jordan is to the south of Syria. And Syria is really right in the mix of Lebanon, Beirut, Israel, those three heavy hitters that are on the coast on the other side of Saudi Arabia on that side. So Syria is north of Jordan. They border Jordan, okay? So the way you kind of remember that is, I had Ramses in Lexington with this girl that her mom is friends with my mom, and they're both special ed teachers. And her name is like Princess Leia, okay, just like Star Wars. So she went to Jordan. She traveled there and she was safe and made it back. And she's got a sister named Hannah. And so she learned a lot when she was in Jordan. But the thing is Syria is really dangerous. They have torture cells of prisons, and that's where a lot of mercenaries come from, is Syria. And they're really smart. Syria is really smart. They know how to put on the mask and take off the mask. They love Halloween. Okay, so Syria is to the north of Jordan. Okay, but it always seems like in the intel, they will read like they're in the east with Pakistan, but that's not true. Okay, they're right in the middle of everything. That's how they take off the mask and put it on. They try to change their location to be by Russia. That's what they try to do. But Russia, they travel, and a lot of Russians deal with Syria. Okay, so thank you. It's a level up. Secret section. Pretty much just like Jabba the Hutt. Just like Jabba the Hutt with the sand dunes that Boba Fett gets trapped in. It's like that in Syria. Okay, so it's comparable. Okay, so that's how you remember it, is that Syria is actually right in the mix of all that. Okay, and then you go north from Syria and you hit Turkey and all of these countries that are a mix of Arab and European.